episode of Absolutely Long Island. Hope you guys had a good week. Hope you are like us with having a little drink at the end of the long week. It's 6 o'clock on a Friday. How was your week? Was it a good week?
It was good. It was pretty good. I've been talking to someone online. So we may meet up. Someone that I know, he's been online for a while, off and on, we've been chatting. So he's looking for a relationship, something on the serious note. He lives a little far. He's on the South Shore, so
Okay.
negative. But, so, you know, we're going to meet up probably within the next week or so. So that was
cool.
good. And just,
Last week on Happy Hour, we did a little bit of a wine tasting from Wolfer Vineyards. This week, I wanted to introduce you to one of my favorite sparkling wines. It's not very expensive, and if you drink a lot like me, that matters a little bit, I guess. But this is La Marca, and it is one of the best Proseccos. And Prosecco is my current favorite drink. And you can get this at practically most wine stores. Pretty much they all have it. So I'm going to open this for us. Hopefully you're all opening up something while you're watching us. We're going to open it and see how this goes. You would think I'd be really good at this because it is my favorite drink. But sometimes the cork gets a little stubborn. Whoa, I think it's coming out.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Oh, that's what she said. He said
Yeah.
whatever they say.
Ooh,
There we
wow.
go. Okay, very cool. Happy Friday. So we're going to drink in these beautiful glasses. These are Mackenzie Childs.
Which we love.
That we both love. Mackenzie Childs does pottery. It's a really good brand. So we're gonna try these. Yeah. So this is one of my favorite Proseccos. That's reasonable. Of course, there's others that are much more expensive, but this is good. So give that a try. I don't think you're really a Prosecco girl.
No, but I'll try anything. It is happy
cheers
hour.
to happy hour. Cheers to Friday. Ah. That's my friend.
Oh, it is good.
Isn't it good?
It is good.
It's really good. I love Prosecco winter, summer, happy hour, non-happy hour, all the time basically. So besides just having a drink and celebrating happy hour, it's May in New York, and May in New York is planting season. Everybody's out there planting. So we took a trip and we went to Hicks Nursery.
Where are you going? Where are you going? What's the bottle? Don't make me nervous. Just don't make me nervous.
One of my favorite nurseries, they usually have a large selection of plants, so it's worth the ride. But this time we went, believe it or not, there wasn't a huge selection because everybody is planting. It's a crazy season.
Right.
Everybody is out there planting.
Because everybody's been home, so
everybody's
you're
been
limited in
home.
what you can
Everybody
do.
wants to do things around the house, and so today I want to show you how to plant an azalea. And women out there, don't think that this is tough, that you need a guy to do this for you. So if your husband travels, if you're alone, if you don't have a husband, if you don't have a boyfriend, you don't need a guy to do this. We can do this. I planted a number of azaleas this week. I'm so tiny, I can barely get on Disney rides.
Ha 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 ha.
Okay, and I planted it. So we're gonna take it outside. We're gonna have a couple of more sips of this, which, like I said in other episodes, is the best way to plant.
Yes.
So we're going to take it outside, and I'm going to show you how to dig the proper hole for an azalea, or your ex-husband, if need be.
Yes.
And I'm going to show you the equipment you need and how to do a proper planting of a shrub. So we will see you outside. Okay, so we're outside now. Look a little American Gothic here for all of you. It's a little bit windy out, so I have to try to project, so hopefully I'm not yelling. But the first thing you definitely need to plant an azalea, which is this salmon-colored azalea we have right here to plant, you need a really good shovel to dig the hole. You need gardening gloves. Ideally, if you don't want to mess up your nails, put latex gloves on first before you put them in the gloves, but latex gloves are so scarce these days. I don't have any to put in here, but otherwise the dirt will go through, but you have to deal with it and then use a nail brush and clean up afterwards. You need a clipper like this, because when you're digging, there may be some roots in there that you might have to cut away to make a perfect circle for the planting. And so you have the clipper.
Excuse me. Out of my
And,
element.
and also for really big roots, you need this knife,
Oh wow.
which,
That's your big boy.
yeah, you need this. And let me just put this down so I can open this. So you just use this and then it comes out like this.
Wow.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Wow.
So it's a pretty steady knife, and you can use it to cut larger roots than you can with the other clipper. But you may need to use it, we may need not to. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to make her for my own amusement, and because she needs to get practice to doing this, because she does not have a guy around. And like I said, you don't need a guy to do this. I planted much bigger azaleas earlier this week. This is a small one. What you want to do is, hold this for a second. You want to dig a hole at least as deep as this.
Wow.
And a little bit wider as well. So you want to do it a little bit wider, but at least as deep. And the crown of the plant, which is the top of where the dirt meets the stem that comes out, you want to make sure that's even with the soil. That's the best way to do it. So I picked this spot right here to plant this. So I'm going to start it off for you. I know you're scared. Do not be scared.
Not my element.
I know you're out of your element, but you have to do this. So mark off sort of where you're going to do it, and I think the soil is going to be pretty easy. And get in there and start digging. Put your back into it.
If you ever go to Houston, boy, you
Big
better
more.
walk fast. And you better not stagger.
Big more.
You better not fight.
Put your back into it. And believe me, if she can do this, anybody can do this.
That's right.
She's the least domestic person I know.
Well,
It's got to be deeper, yeah. It's got to be deeper. Now you can try and put it in if you think it's deep enough. You have to look, so you put it in. And I can tell you it's still too high because you have to meet this with the top of the soil. So you've got another 2 inches to go. And what I like to do is dig it even deeper. I go at least an inch or two below what I should, and then I fill it back with the soil to make the bottom cushier and fluffier. And so when it's cushier and fluffier, it helps the roots be able to spread easier in the soil. Keep digging. Put your back into it.
Close and ever loving line on me. If you ever go to Houston, boy, you better walk right. And you better not stagger. And you better not fight. 'Cause the sheriff's gonna arrest.
That's pretty good. Yeah, let me round it out a little bit for you. You're doing good, though. You're doing really well. Now, of course, my sister is digging a hole in a blouse she bought in the Hamptons for $250. But that's my sister. She, you know, that's her gardening attire. She wears like $300 blouses to garden because that's the cheapest she has in her inventory. And so we're going to round this out a bit. I like to make it a little wider too. I like to make the soil really hospitable for the plant and fluffy. Especially on Long Island, if you have, you know, some clay soil, which we all have a little bit of that somewhere. So what you're going to do, okay, I think we're doing pretty well with this hole.
yeah, not a lot of roots. There's a little some roots in there.
There's
now,
a
I
little
think.
bit of roots to trim, not much. Here's my clipper. So you're going to take your clipper and just going to cut off any roots in here that might get in the way. It's really easy. But there are no really big roots, so we don't use,
The big one.
we don't need the big knife.
That's for the ex-husbands.
That's definitely for the ex-husbands. So I'm going to put on my gardening gloves. And I'm going to show you how to take the plant out safely. All right. So what you're going to do,
We'll turn it upside down.
you're going to take this And sometimes it comes out easy, sometimes it doesn't. This time it came out really easy.
Oh.
Gravity is your friend, so turn it. And then you're going to take this and you're going to put it in and you're going to see how far in it is. And it's in enough. In fact, it's in a little too deep.
Deep?
Which is not bad yet, because if you measure the top of this to here, you're about 1 inch under, which is what we really wanted. Because now I'm going to take the soil on the bottom and make it a little fluffier for it.
Oh, okay.
So the roots don't have to go through hard surface.
Okay.
They can now, it's fluffier. So you want to put this in straight as best you can.
Do you have to
And
smush
then-
it down? Push it down?
No, you don't have to push it. But now what we're going to do is we're going to backfill. We're going to put all the soil back in to this plant. All the stuff you put here, and then we're going to put it in and we're going to water it. You did a pretty good job, I have to say, not bad. And you have a bad back from having twins.
Yes.
So,
It wasn't too bad. I mean, the shovel is pretty good. I
So-
could have used the shovel during my marriage.
Pain? I'll tell you about pain.
I think all the women out
And
there could.
all of my subsequent dates, too.
Yes, absolutely. A shovel it has multi-purpose
Yes,
use.
it really does.
So we're just going to drag this in, and I'm just going to push down around to get out any air bubbles around the plant. Like I said, make sure it's level. You don't want to go too far, and the reason why you don't want to go too far below the crown of the plant is it can get waterlogged. It can drown. It's not
wow.
used to it. You can rot it.
Oh, wow.
So if the crown goes below, that's why you have to have it at the soil surface with the rest of the soil around it. It can rot. And that's the last thing you want to do. So even when you mulch, never over mulch too far over roots. I've taken many classes at Farmingdale University. As a hobby of mine is horticulture. So I've planted a lot at that school. So this is perfect.
Good.
So this is in, and this is our lovely azalea.
Ready?
And easy peasy, done
Yes.
by 2 women.
Yes, if I did it,
And-
anyone can do it.
If she did, anyone can do it. We're gonna salute this. We're gonna get our Prosecco. I think this one was yours on the bottom, no, the top one.
No, the one on the bottom.
That's that one. And very American Gothic. Hope you had a good happy hour with us today. And that's how you plant an azalea. See you next week.